In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the controls of the platform. Since now I believe you know how to create a class, you will, after launching your class, land on this page where I am now. Now I'm just going to show you on all the features, and then you will be deciding which one you use in your class, as you may not use all of them. Now, to start here, we have for our conversation in a class, which is simply just the same as any chat. Well, WhatsApp group, which means when you send a message in here, all the learners will be able to see that message. Unfortunately, I forgot to share my screen. Let me do that. So you might have not been seeing where my mouse is. Okay. All right, welcome again. So now this is your conversation on your left here. This is where you use you share conversation with. I'll just remove this so where you enter, type your message. Okay. That's how you use the conversation. When you send the message in here, it goes to all your learners. Using the private message, it means you send the message to only one individual. So in the conversation, all the learners could comment if you put out the topic, and then they could discuss with each other, including you. All right. Now, the next thing that follows up here is that our tools are all in here. So the number one tools that we normally use is a whiteboard. On the whiteboard, you can do several things. I'm not having my pen, but you can write on it. You can draw on it. So the next thing that you can do on the board, you can use shapes like grids. I'm just going to give an example like this one here. Sorry. When you need to use the Cartesian plane, you can do that. You can draw quite a number of shapes, and you can do like these ones here. I'm just going to put them on the board, and then you can work up formulas and stuff to work on those shapes and teach about them. You can also place in a picture. I'm just going to draw up. It doesn't matter. I'll just put it on here. Also put in pictures that are directly on your laptop, on the hard drive, and then place them on the whiteboard and use them whichever way. Everything that is visible in this will be visible on the screen of a tablet or a smartphone. Next, the next feature that you can use here, you can use videos from YouTube. So here, during your class preparation, even during the class, you can do that. Preferably, you do it during the class preparation. You can just go on your here and open up YouTube there, and go search your favorite video. When that video playing, copy up the URL. The URL just means the address from here on the come back in here, address URL, and then that video will under your account. So I'll show other things that will remain on only under that last name. So if class for a day before, a week before, open up that class, you will find here. So if you maybe in your class you're going to use more than one video, so you just open YouTube video again and know that is this plan cell, video number 3 is about fun and so on. So as the board, you can have more than one whiteboard. So on one pictures about certain topic, and on the other one have pictures about certain topic, so on and so on. You can have graphics on the board. You can have so when you have this way, it makes it easier for you, because you know that when I'm talking about this, I go to board number 1 and board number 2. I have this to talk about. So furthermore, we have your videos, or that you call content. So these are your, content. I'm sorry about that. This content is about your documents. So documents, this could be your previous question paper, your memorandum. You can also use Microsoft Word. You can also use handwritten notes. So in the handwritten notes, you can write, you can take your handwritten notes, scan them, and upload them in this. So anything that you upload, if you use this button here, it will take you to your hard drive, and then where you will choose whatever the file you need to upload. So all this will be on your account. Talking about, when I'm saying about your videos, YouTube videos will be on the class, but all the other content will be on your account. So which means if you're using a memorandum, like here I have a history 2019 memorandum, you do not have to upload it again and again. You can just use it directly from here. Now, the next other tool that we have is the media, which is your videos of your previous classes. So now, why is important? You might need during your class to talk about, to remind your learners about the previous class, what happened in your previous class. You might need to talk about something that happened that's in your previous class, and no, instead of repeating the whole thing, you just pick up the video and then you play it in your class. And then when it's played for whatever that period, then you continue to talk about your current class. So that is about using this tool. Now, from there, the next important thing here is about saving up on the PDF. Now, as you have seen that we are boards with graphics, we have put Christian Play, we're going to be throwing some graphs on them and stuff. So now, during your class, your learners might be tempted to write on notes, take some notes. And as you know that some of them will be attending the class using their smartphones, so there's no need for them to take notes during the class. So when you are done with the class, you just come up in here and use our favorite tool, which is saving to the PDF, which is every document that you have used in your class, everything that you have highlighted, everything that you have written on the whiteboard, every picture that was used in the class will be saved on a PDF file. So now you can then after share that file with your learners. You can print it, and then your learners will have it. Then that will be all your notes. So now that is another part. And then as we know that this class now is recorded, you can also record your classes, as I mentioned during the creation of the class video. Now, that is that. The next thing that now I'm going to talk about here is now the controls over here. Our first control is the one that is a blinking red eye with an REC, which is the recording one. So you can use this in case you need to pause the recording. In case during the class you need to take a break, you can pause it and then take a break. And then when you start, you just click it again. It will continue recording from where. The next one here, obviously, is the microphone. You just click on that in case you don't need to share what is happening in your space. You want to mute your own microphone. And then the next one here is in case you want to switch off your video so that whatever the learners don't see what is happening in your class for whatever reason. So clicking the very same button again, it just bring back your video. And then the next button that follows is our timer. So this shows up the amount of time that is still remaining in our session. It's also useful in case when you are you are still teaching and then your time is just about to be finished. Use up this button here to just extend the time of your class. Now, it doesn't matter how many minutes you have added. Even if you are still left with 30-40 minutes in your class, you can still just come here and end the session. Which means, in case you are in your class, you still need 5 extra 10 minutes, and then you add 30 minutes by clicking this button. And then after 5 minutes, you are done. You don't have to wait up for the class to close itself automatically. You just come here button and then click on end the session. That's how this one will work. So the next one here is taking up a poll. A poll can be used by the end of the class if you need to know what is the view of the learners about the class. Now you can put up option here, whatever the question is. You might need to ask learners if how many of them have internet access at home. You can ask the poll which have only 2 questions or 3 questions or 4 questions by just clicking up this button here, which will add, as you can see, when I click number of questions in here. Now, when you are done, you just come up and click on this button, say publish, and then this will publish up your poll, and then all the learners will see it. Then they'll choose whatever way that you have. Option 1, which is informative, option 2, which is not informative. And then after they've taken the poll, you click a button and the poll. Then here you'll see your results by percentage. So many percentage say this, so many percentage say that. So in case you wanted to know if your learners would like you to treat topic A or topic B or topic C on Saturday or in the afternoon, you can use that also. A way of asking the learners and their opinion. Now, the next one here is the layout of the class. The layout of the class, you might need to maximize the space of what the learners are viewing. And so that is, as they call it, moving out of frame. So we just remove your video out of frame, and then only the work area is the one that is visible to the learners. You might also use the layout of the platform if, in case what you are teaching want that interactive, that you want to be very visible to your learners as like in one-on-one. You might also use the same layout to change the platform. It would be like in a conference mode, whereby now there will be videos here, this area of the learners. The videos of the learners will be properly in this area, there. Now, by the same button layout, change back to the main one, which is the one that we normally use, which is this one here. Now, that is about the layout change. And then the next button is for screen sharing. The screen sharing is the one that I'm using so that you can be able to see where my mouse is. But this is also useful in case maybe you want to teach the learners about the a software that is on your computer. It might be that you want to show them how to create a database using Access. You might be showing them any other program. So you can see simply when I click on here, opening up on everything appears on your screen. You can see where I open up Microsoft PowerPoint and do any other things and show them how to use that particular, so what you want to share with them. So that is also you want to use you want to show learners something that's on the internet, then if I need to open up any page, then I have to be whatever that I open up, then it's so the learner's screen. So the next button here, the number of learners that have attended the class. So, which means for me, this class is not does not have any attendees. So this one here, it will give you the list of all your learners up here. And then this button is also useful that once you have clicked on it, you can be able to grant any learner the microphone or the video. So when the learners have attended your class, all their microphone and videos will be switched off automatically. Now, during the class, one of the learners might ask a question, or you might feel like you want to hear what that learner say. So you click on this button, click on the learner's name, and you'll see the video microphone. Then you just click on them, and then it will automatically give that learner the microphone and the video. You can also grant that learner access or to controls. So when you grant that learner access control, it means the learner now could just use the controls of the platform just as you do similar access. Now the last button here is the bell notification. This bell notification will work in when a learner raises a hand. When a learner raises a hand during the class, I'm just going to show you how that looks like. When a learner raises a hand, here a bell notification will show learners who have raised a hand. So if means one, it obviously means one learner have raised a hand, and then it will show you what is it that the learner have raised a hand and want to talk about. I'm just going to show you here. It looks like from the learner side, but on your side now, I think somewhere above here, you can see a young man that seems like raising up a hand. So this is on a screenshot from a mobile phone from my previous class. So whenever a learner click on this button here, it will open up this edit box here. And on this edit box, they will type what they need to talk about. And then they click on this button here, which will then show this notification bell here on your side that a learner have raised a hand. And then once you click on that, then you will see the message that they've typed in here. It might be that also during the class, you as a teacher, you ask learners a question that you need them to answer. When was Napoleon Bonaparte died? When was the French Revolution? And then they will open up this raising hand button and type the answer here. Because if they type on the conversation, those who type first, they might give up the answer to those who didn't know. Then you all know who did not know, because now everything will be visible in there for the others to see. So raising the hand, it means each individual type here, and the message will only be visible to you as the instructor. I mean, up in here in the notice bar. So that is just all about the controls of our class in the Edublush platform. And then I think we will be treating many others